Here we are now on the road to the mountain, and you can see how it twists and turns, and it's, for the locals, it's kind of like their own little NASCAR track. But you see there's these little fields. They'll have goats and horses, and there's normally a dwarf donkey there. And then here, that train track, this is the one that the steam locomotive in Bryson goes right through. But see, look how these meadows are. They're kind of sunk down in there. Just beautiful. And the water is just on the other side of these farms. You're going to see here in just a minute. We're going to make our way closer to the water, and you'll be able to see where that river, that creek, empties out into Lake Fontana. Here in just a minute. That's the mountains up there, and we're going up to the top of one of those. But if you look over here to the right, you can see the river. This is where it empties out into Lake Fontana. Now, it's not terribly pretty right now because the water is down, I don't know, 15 feet, maybe 20 feet. And it's still quite deep. It's something like 300 to 500 feet deep in some locations. Now, it's not right here because this is right where the stream empties out into Fontana. So I don't know how deep it is right here. You know, maybe 15, 20 feet right now. But we're going to go through a hairpin turn right up here. And when we do, we're going to then go up the mountain. And I'll get you some views from the mountain so you can see what it looks like. You still see it? Yep, you can still see. Now right over here on the left, if it was this is where I'm located, right above this. See this rock face right here? Up at the top of that, that's where I'm at. There's a waterfall that shoots down right here after it's been raining, and it's very pretty, but now you can just see it's kind of dripping a little bit from a spring up on top of the mountain. Here's a sharp hairpin turn. Down there you can put boats in. You know, it's just a little, not a professionally maintained place. It's just a place locals can put their small boats in onto Fontana. I don't know if you can see the old Pioneer home site that's over here on the left-hand side or not. There's just a chimney sticking up. I'm trying not to run off the road or I would spot it for you. And it's very hard to see, being that everything is grown up right now. Okay, now over here in the distance, I'm gonna show you the road that, well, don't really need a running start, but it is quite steep. Don't know if you can see that or not. The slanted, yeah, that's where we're going right now. Here we go. Get a little bit of that. Okay, it's gonna be shaking like crazy. Ooh. Like you're going into the Bat Cave. Up here, it just keeps going and going and going. This road wasn't here when we got here. We had to build this road so that people could get up here to the home sites that my father built, homes that he built. continuing to go up rather steeply. And I'll take some video here in a minute and show you what it looks like looking from an area where there's not that many trees, so you can see it. Here's another view of how pretty it is up here looking up my driveway. Sun peeking down through the trees. You can start to see a little bit of change in the color. It's October when I'm filming this, and the colors have not really gone nuts yet, but they have just started. So here in the future, it'll be very pretty. I don't know if you can get an idea of how high up we are right now, but you can see through the trees another mountain ridge over there that's even higher than we are, but it is a long way down. The woods are full of all kinds of trees, poplars. Those two straight ones in the middle there are both poplar. That's a poplar over there. All kinds of trees. These are rhododendrons that we planted. Show you this view down here. Just think that's very pretty, the way that looks with the trees coming over the road like that. And it goes on up. Like I said, I'll show you some more of the views when I get to where some of the trees are cleared out. But I don't know if you can get a perspective of how steep that is. And listen in the distance. Can you hear the creek? The water rushing? Maybe you can. All right, be back with you soon. Actually comes out a lot better on the camera than it does in person. Can you see that pile of rocks right there? I'm gonna watch where my feet goes. So if this video is a little crooked or jumpy, I just don't care, because I've just ran across 3 snake skins in the last 10 minutes. So I'm more concerned with that than I am video quality at the moment. All right, look at that. Now, rocks don't pile themselves. I don't know if you can get an idea of how they are. And if you look in the distance, right there's another one. Then there's another one over that general area. Can't remember if there's 4 or 5 of them, but certainly interesting. Perhaps pioneers, who knows? But they didn't pile themselves there. See the deer flicking his ears? He's right here. He's, I don't know, maybe 30 yards from me. Wagging his little tail. There was another one here that took off running, but he's just worried about eating. He ain't worried about me. Let's see if I can go pet him. Have enough time keeping him on the camera while I'm trying to walk and not step on a snake. Hey. Hey. Okay. Maybe later. And this is what the lots look like cleaned off, flattened off. And I hope I can get you a view of exactly how gorgeous this is. But this is all grown up. This used to not be anything here. I'm gonna try this. You see? Well, I don't guess you can really see, but there's the river is down there that you saw coming in. If I can find a nice little shot. There's, you see down in there? That's the bank of the water. Little glimpse of the water, but you are really high above that. Here's another lot. Nothing on it. Cleared off, ready for someone to build a house on it. Spectacular views. And those mountains over there are the Smoky Mountain National Forest. So you never have to worry about, you know, looking at a, I don't know, a double wide or, you know, an RV park or whatever it is you don't want to see from here. You know, it's just going to be beautiful mountains. There you can see through. But these trees used to all be cut down. They've all grown back. And then it goes down to yet another lot down this direction. Down through there and to the very tip of this particular ridge line. It's like two ridge lines, kind of horseshoe shaped, and this is one of the points. And there's another shot right through there. You see the water down there? There's a pretty good shot right there, looking down at the water. Can you hear it? Hear the water and the wind. It's really beautiful. Okay. Now let me get back through this brush. More footage going down the road back to where the car is parked in the distance. But you see how we have another road that goes around here to the other lots. And this is the valley. But it's really hard to grasp how far up the roads are that we just rode in on are way up there. And then this one just keeps going down. In this valley there is a creek. Well, not really a creek, it's more like a artesian well where the water comes up and flows down and creates that waterfall we were talking about. See, down in the valley though, it's very dark. I mean, reasonably dark, but you can see the tips of the sunlight. And this is about 5:30, I guess. There's some gigantic poplar trees here that just are amazingly tall, hundreds of feet tall, at least 200 feet tall. Right. All right. I think that's all. That's where we just came from. Up there is where we saw the deer. I walked up over here. I think there's another, I don't know if I can spot it or not, but I think there's another one of those. There it is. I don't know if you can spot it. See that? It's kind of hard to tell from this perspective, but right there in the middle of the screen is another one of those piles of rocks. Just don't know. Interesting. See if I can get a better picture maybe from the side. Yep, right there. All right.